Hi, folks. Welcome to the Curtis Goes Corner. No BS here, just straight commentary. Please like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi, folks. Welcome to Curtis Goes Corner. From Just the News. Poll. Majority of voters think lockdown states had more economic problems than more open states. I'm not trying to be mean when I say this. The average person's got to be dumber than a bag of rocks. Of course, the closed down ones would have more economic problems. Oh, my God. Many public officials claim lockdowns were necessary in part to stave off economic disaster. Closing down the economy to save the economy. Okay. All right. Boy, these people are highly educated. A majority of U.S. voters that states that locked down hard-hitting during the COVID-19 pandemic have fared worse economically than those who stayed more open, according to Just the News poll with Scott Rasmussen. Yeah, polls are fine. Why don't we look at the GDP for these states and see? Just numbers. Oh, that's right. Mathematics is racist now. I forgot. Oh, what was I thinking? 53% of respondents agree with the poll statement that states that impose strict lockdowns in general have more economic problems than states with fewer restrictions. Just 21% disagreed, while 26% were uncertain. So that's 79% were not sure or thought that they caused more harm. These 21% here are the hardcore, or vast majority of them, I should say, are the hardcore progressives and leftists that think government should just give people money for sitting home playing video games and not partake in the economy, not have a good or a service, being you sell a product or you give your expertise and time to earn money. That's the way it works. Let's read on. Whether states should have or continue to put strict coronavirus health safety restrictions on restaurants, shopping, sporting events, and other parts of their state economies has been among the most highly debated topics in the U.S. political over the past year. I don't know who writes this stuff. U.S. political. Typos everywhere. Though many pundits and policy analysts have been arguing for roughly the last 12 months that the U.S. economy should fully reopen, others have claimed that fear of COVID-19 means consumers and businesses are less likely to participate in a fully open economy, even if all restrictions are lifted. That's right. If that happens, that's their choice. That's the entire freaking point. The point is, if consumers don't feel confident, shop at times in stores where there's less people. Wear a mask, even if one's not mandated. That's the entire point. If you own a business and you don't want to be open under these conditions of open, then restrict the number of people. Make them wear a mask. It's your business. You get to decide. I have a small business in upstate New York. If I put a sign, no more than 5 people in the store at one time, excluding the employee or myself, and you have to wear a mask, and that's the way it is. It's private property. Everybody thinks these businesses are public property that I can go in and out the way I want. No, they're private property. All businesses, including the big box stores, you are there by invitation only. They invite you in. Of course they do. You have money to spend. But there are rules. If they want to put them on, that's fine. That's why when I live here in upstate New York, I saw all the banks and all the stores, due to New York governor mandate, mask mandatory. That's not what the governor said. I'm not trying to defend Andy Cuomo. I can't stand him, but that's not the point. If you can't social distance or be certain feet apart, you have to wear a mask. That's what the governor's order was. So they wussed out, and so they get to blame government for your inconvenience. That way, wasn't me. Now the businesses get to decide. If you don't want to be open or you want people to wear masks, that's your choice. On the other hand, federal data indicate that at the end of the last year, states with fewer restrictions, such as Florida and North Dakota, were doing far better than states that had pursued aggressive shutdown policies for most of the year, such as California and New York. Duh, do you think? The survey of 1,200 registered voters was conducted by Scott Rasmussen using a mixed model approach from March 4th through the 6th of this year. My God, my God. It's like you're kidding, right? Oh, let's see now. Having businesses open instead of closed is better for the economics of that state, that city, or town. Wow, what a revelation. You got to be kidding me. How can 21% say it's not true? We really have 21% of people that are that stupid? I'm not real keen on the not sures either. I mean, look at this. 53, 21, 26. My God, my God. Let me take a drink of my tea out of my leftist tears mug. Those 21% are the progressives and the leftists for the most part. You guys are nuts. It'd be interesting to see when all the smoke is cleared, the states that were more open, like Florida and North Dakota, and when all the COVID is, well, gone, but they'll still have restrictions because they have power and control in Washington and all the mostly Democrat governors, not all, but most. Interesting to see the amount infected and then the percent that died. If it's damn near the same, then you know all those lockdowns were for absolutely nothing. And here's the other part they're not putting in here. Yeah, we can track the deaths. We can track the infections. I don't think they'll be accurate, but there's only a number we're going to have because of the people like in New York State that said they died somewhere else and not a nursing home. And if somebody had stage 4 cancer, it was going to last maybe 30 days, and they died of COVID, they put COVID. Somebody had a heart that was just ready to pump its last beat, unfortunately. God, poor person. They died of COVID. So the numbers are going to be inflated. But only numbers we'll have. Let's look at them and see. If they're damn close to the same, then you know the unconstitutional lockdowns by the governors and local municipalities were unlawful and unconstitutional. Remember 15 days to stop the spread? Well, we're now on a year anniversary. It disrupted the whole country, and I don't mean just economically. And here's the other thing that they don't measure as far as deaths go. What about the people whose lives were shattered? I remember Andy Cuomo said arrogantly once, well, what's worse than death? How about being in your 40s or 50s in a business you had your entire life that your family relied on, and all of a sudden everything you own is gone, either by COVID lockdowns or burned down in aftermaths of BLM protests and Antifa protests, and everything you have is gone. You're penniless. What are you going to do? You got 20, 30 more years to live. What are you going to do? Yeah, sometimes that is worse than death. It's amazing to me how many suicides, how many drug overdoses, what do they say with it? Child suicides during this COVID time were up 400% because the teachers' unions around the country are too powerful and too freaking greedy and have too much money and control too much of Congress. My God, it's out of control. So when the smoke is cleared and the COVID has passed, and we can look back now, you can see who the asshats were that grab power, that try to add on to their power and try to take advantage of a pandemic that swept our nation and the world. Elected officials, union representatives, everybody. And then take a good hard look at the next time you vote. And if those people or any of them are on the ballot, Don't vote for them. There has to be a price to pay for this kind of power grab and just grinding people into the ground, and they don't give a damn about most of them, or any of them for that matter. Of course, for the social media monsters and the big corporate elites, oh yeah, they made out really well. But the average Joe walking around, we got screwed. As the saying goes, we got dealt a bad hand. Well, you know what? Look to see who dealt you that hand. And you know what? Never buy their product again if they're a company. Never watch their TV show or cable news show again if they're one of those. And never, ever, never vote for them again. And until next time, folks, goodbye and good luck.